What's up, friendos, and welcome in. This is the In This League Fantasy Baseball Podcast. This is another mock draft, and this mock draft, friendos, is going to be very uniquely different than anything else we've ever done for a couple reasons, Boggs. First, it's your favorite thing. Today's mock draft will be uncensored.
So if you're listening and you are offended by curse words possibly slipping through, this is not the show for you.
No, I wouldn't put this wouldn't be the episode that I put in the car Bluetooth when you're taking the kids to whatever you don't take them during a pandemic. You know, that one time that you take them over to Walgreens or something like that in 3 weeks, so they stop drawing on the walls and ripping up stuff in your house, that type of thing. So when the kids are also, if you're taking a trip to Walmart to preemptively go and get some poop paper. I almost screwed up because I'm about to tell you the other thing. I'm about to tell you the other thing that's going to go on. I wouldn't let this be the episode that you let the wife check out. Be like, hey, you know what? I think these guys you could listen to. You know, honey, how you don't really like fantasy football, but these guys are kind of funny. They make jokes and stuff. They're kind of easy to listen to. And you're like, oh, okay. And they put it on. That happens from time to time. Probably wouldn't do this one unless she likes lots of cuss words and misogyneto that comes out in Bogman occasionally.
Hey, misogyneto only comes out behind a paywall. So
that's true. This one isn't a paywall. Now this is available. The video format is available, and we'll tell you guys about that in a minute. All right. So first off, it's uncensored. That's number one. Second off, this is the weird thing about it. This is the PG mock draft. Now, what?
We're gonna try.
Yeah, we'll try. It's not perfect game. This is the PG mock draft because attached to this, we have the money jar. That's right. So this episode, we have to use different words, and I encourage us to use different forms of cuss words. But if a cuss slips out, money is going into the cumulative money jar. And you have the mailbox, Bogman. I don't know if anyone's reached out to tell us what we should do with the money. But
I haven't even looked at the mailbox, to be honest with you, the last couple of days, but I've gotten many DMs, and everyone who wanted in this mock said, what I want to do, starting with Thanos, what I want to do in this mock is to make you guys fill up the money jar. That's all they want.
Great.
Yeah.
That's going to make a really awesome, awesome mock draft for people to learn from. I don't know if they're doing that in general. So here's the deal. Each cuss word, $5 goes into the cuss jar from that person.
That's right.
$5. Now, since if you look in the mailbox,
and then I'm going to take it and I'm going to go buy myself a nice lunch. That's what's going to happen with my money.
You might
I win.
With the level of how we could cuss, you might be able to buy yourself a Ruth's steak, Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Are they still open? Do they go out of business?
I mean, not that I've seen. I mean, it's not like I'm driving over to pick up steaks to drive all the way back to my apartment from Ruth's Chris, but I haven't heard anything about them shutting down. Yeah, maybe tonight.
maybe tonight. So we'll jump back in and kind of reestablish all of that stuff here.
Cuts a little extra so I can get it on Postmates, the Welsh. That'd be great.
Oh, you can get that delivery fee paid for. That's what you're looking for. All right. So that is what we got going on. Today, also, we're doing a 15-teamer. So, we've really been promoting all the different ways that you guys can play in a 60-game shortened season. And pending your creativity, obviously you can do a multitude of things, stuff we probably haven't even thought about. But at the end of the day, the easiest platform and the easiest way for you to move forward is just going to be playing Roto. And a standard Roto, not that I think standard Roto this year where everyone says 15 teams, that's going to kind of go out the window because people are just adjusting whether you're playing in a 10 team or a 12 team. But we are taking the standard Roto of 15 team format, and that's what we're going to do today. So this is under the guise of 60 games. This is kind of relative to our new ranks, which are going to be available here very, very shortly on our Patreon, or as you're listening to this, it should be. And we're going to be doing the 15-teamer. So it's a little bit deeper. The player pool is going to decimate a little bit more, and there should be some interesting strategeries. So if you guys want, by the way, we are brought to you by In This League. That is our Patreon. And what's most important, I know we talk about it every single episode, it is the beginning of the month. It is a brand new month. And that is the best time to come and check us out because you got the whole month ahead of you. You know, people get weird about half of a month, or especially I always get tripped out, and I always want to almost message the people. I love that they do it, but when someone signs up like on the 23rd, and I'm just like, you're a rock star. You're a rock
I
star.
love you.
Yeah. I know you only got 7 days left, but you did it. So good on you, man. But this is the best time to justify it. We've got brand new ranks that, like I said, as this episode is coming out, they should be available on our Patreon. On the baseball front, I've been working on Dynasty. We've been working on our top 300 for you guys to kind of go and take that approach. And there's just a ton of other stuff. The secret shows, group me rooms where people are starting up leagues. And like I said, with this episode, this mock draft, you can watch if you are lieutenant or above on our Patreon. You can watch, and actually, usually we only do the mock portion. Every ounce of this episode is on video. So everything we've been doing, me with my hand, your cat's tail that's already shown up in the screen, all of that is going to be available in video format on our Patreon. So if you don't want to search it on Patreon or do the link, just go to inthisleague.com and it'll take you right over. And you're supporting us. You're supporting the Independos. That is Bogman and the Welsh. A little bit of news and notes before we get into the mock draft. This was, of course, one of those things that we missed, you know, just timing for recording reasons. But we missed a new player that opted out, and it was a really, really kind of big one, and it had so many implications across the board. But a couple hours after we posted the Tuesday episode, Ian Desmond with the Colorado Rockies has officially opted out of the 2020 season, and he put like a really powerful message that, you know, it wasn't even so much about, you know, just the current state of pandemic, you know, or fear of that. It was also, you know, the systematic issues that are going around in the country, and him just saying, I need to be there for my kids. Yeah. So a very powerful message by Ian Desmond opting out. And there's no doubt about it. You know, good on him and good on him for, you know, taking the platform to do what's right. And, you know, he has the ability to do that. In the fantasy perspective, everybody for just a moment went, hey, Rockies, Sam Hilliard, Tapia, Rogers, Hampson, woo, 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 woo. Everyone.
And then they immediately signed Matt Kemp.
And then
it went wah, wah, wah.
The Rockies did the most Rockies thing they could possibly do for a brief glimmer, giving hope to all fantasy fans that Sam Hilliard could get time. Maybe there's another spot open for Hampson, all that good stuff that was sitting out there. They then went and signed freaking Matt Kemp. And it was, I think I saw our buddy Rob Silver tweet, Rockies, never stop being you. And I totally agree. Thank you for doing that, because Matt Kemp is 100% one of those guys that comes in and screws up the situation. So, you know, I'm actually glad that happened prior to this, because I do think that I would have boosted Hampson and Hilliard just off of pure opportunity. And I don't know if it really changes that much overall. I do think
Matt Kemp has been kicked around. You know, he has been kicked around the last 2 or 3 seasons. So who knows if he's even going to make the 60-man roster.
But see, that's where I'm going with, like, he always sticks
probably
around.
will.
He sticks around, and with that big of a roster, I feel like that's the type of guy the Rockies want, because, you know, if Hilliard or Hampson just don't work, and Matt Kemp, who I think there were some really good reports just as far as physicality and like his workout stuff in spring training. Because if you remember,
he always looks good and then he gets hurt.
But I think he's with the Marlins. Was it the Marlins?
Yeah, it was the Marlins. Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, things were looking like there might be an opportunity out there that it's still going to stick. But I'm comfortable notching up Hampson and Hilliard just a little bit. But don't, you know, it's the Rockies. Like, don't crazily get your hopes up there at all.
Wait till they trade for someone. And there was a trade that happened yesterday. The Welsh, tell us about that trade.
This is very, very exciting. The San Diego Padres, because that's how it should be, by the way. The Padres should be the team that make the first trade, and they did. They traded for Jorge Mateo from the Oakland A's. So here's a couple things. Here was something I hadn't heard, and Eric Longenhagen over at Fangraphs, if you want to check out the article, he wrote a really good breakdown of the trade. But I don't know if you heard this, Boggs, but Brian Dozier has opted out of the season.
Yeah, I saw that Brian. I got to be honest, I forgot that Brian Dozier was on the Padres. So.
Yeah, well, remember, like, I've been pooing down Profar and his signing with the Padres quite a bit. Like, all of the time I spent over in Padres camp over in March and February, they were just on his ass, and that doesn't count as a cuss word, by the way. Ass is not going to be a cuss word for today,
right?
They were up his ass so much and just giving him the business. And then they brought in Brian Dozier after the fact, which was a little bit telling. And then he opts out. And I just don't know how clear this team is committed to Jurickson Profar. So they go and make a move, and they did it really sneakily. And this is what Longenhagen did, is they did a player to be named later. But in trades, you have to trade players on the 60-man. But they circumvented it. So they did a player to be named later, so they don't have to announce a player, and the A's don't have to add said player to the 60-man roster. So this is probably a situation where the Padres traded a player that's lower in their system that wasn't on the Padres 60-man. So later on in the summer, they can go announce who the player is, and then the A's can add him. So it's a really like sneaky clerical thing that they did. But Jorge Mateo out of options, he goes to San Diego, joins that big roster, and potentially could vie for a second base position. I don't think he's going to get it. I think he's a pure depth play because I think Ty France is going to be a sneaky ass option, especially if they move away from Profar, and I think they can move him to second. But it's something to watch, and I think it opens up an opportunity for Sheldon Noisy, Tony Kemp, and Franklin Barreto. I don't know who's going to take it, but it lessened the muddiness that was.
Yeah, right now Roster Resource has
Kemp.
They've got Kemp and Barreto switching because Kemp is a righty and Barreto, I guess, is a lefty. So they got Kemp against lefties and Barreto against righties as platooning.
That makes sense, and I think that's probably where they're going to go with it. And Sheldon Noisy will probably get some room around the field. He could play first, third. He's even been a shortstop before. Big, huge power. But I think this opens up. So Barreto's valuable in a little bit deeper leagues, and I actually think Mateo is a little less valuable with the Padres now. I just think the opportunity is a tiny bit less, and I really love Ty France more, even though people were calling for Ty France to be out. Just a couple other notes. Ohtani is still being viewed as a two-way player. They actually listed him as a two-way player on their initial roster. So just, keep that in mind as far as two-way player stuff goes. The Yankees had a whole bunch. And even though the word optimistic was used a lot, it created less optimism, I think, in my eyes, because Cashman said they're very optimistic that Aaron Judge could be ready for opening day. So, okay, that is a good one. But then Giancarlo Stanton, they kind of had like he's going to be ready.
He's probably fine to DH on opening day, which I despise. I hate that. Just get him ready. And he had a strained hamstring 4 months ago. Yeah. So how is he not recovered from it now?
Yeah, I don't love it. I don't particularly love it. I think the update that you're going to see, luckily we're doing this just a tiny bit before you guys hear it, and the ranks have dropped, that as soon as this is done, I'm going to go back through and I'm going to notch him down a couple spots, because I was pretty high on this short season, Giancarlo Stanton, massive power, what he could do. I mean, we're talking like inside the top 50. I don't think so. Like I'm going to pare back just a tiny bit. Like, it's great if he's available for day one and he can DH, whatever, DH in the field. What do we care? We just want him to bat. That takes away so much optimism of like, wait, he's not doing good. Like, I thought he was in a better spot than Judge. And it seems like they're on even playing field right now. So Judge is coming up. Stanton's going down a little bit. Didn't particularly love that news. Giants manager Gabe Kapler thinks that Tyler Rogers, who I believe his brothers with Taylor Rogers of the Twins, is an option for the closer role this year. So that muddies that. Rays manager Kevin Cash said that Blake Snell has looked awesome during his bullpen sessions. You know what I'm saying? And Angels Billy Epler indicated that Joe Adell will have an opportunity to show that he's ready to make his MLB debut in 2020. So that can make you feel good about drafting him. I think actually 2 weeks after the season, they might manipulate a little bit of service time, and then he takes over for guys like Brian Goodwin. So even better about Joe Adell. And a couple little news and notes. And Noah, have you seen any other players that have opted out? Have I missed?
No, not that I've seen. No. Okay. So
all right,
I'm sure we're going to get a couple more trickling in, but nothing yet.
Yeah. All right. Let's get to the setup here. Let's go to the mock draft. 15 team, Roto, PG, Money Jar, uncensored. Let's go. Might want to
yeah, I already did.
Pause it for a minute. Okay.
I already did.
Look at the people getting the inside scoop between breaks.
Yep.
Right. We could do like our own vocal rejoins. You know, all night. Boom. All right, here we go. Mock draft time, baby. All right, 15 team roto. That's cool. That's fine. Using our our own setup for in our new ranks for the 60 team projection, which we've really gone at nauseum, if you would. One thing I actually also want to do, and I don't know if we want to reach back out to him, but I don't know if you saw, but Ariel Cohen put back up his 60 game projections on Fangraphs. They are now available that you can go and check out, because we've been going through our ranks and you see a lot of the changes and that we've been talking about as far as like hardcore stat guys, whether it's stolen bases, whether it's home runs. I've seen a couple people, I don't remember if it was ATC or not, might have been Derek, but a couple projections have been put out there, and it was, leader for this year's homers would be Alonso. Trey Turner would lead in stolen bases, no shockers, but it changes the value. And like, take our guy Stanton for a minute. He has Stanton projected at 47 games in the 60 game with 14 homers and hitting 264. Like, that is such a wild, like, processing of how to process the whole thing. Like 14 homers. What is this?
Whoa.
I didn't go full. I didn't go full.
I know. I heard.
All right. So we're going to be putting that all together. So how this is going to work, it is, as you know, it is completely uncensored. Cuss words. You can go half cuss if you go that's okay. If you turn the U into the C, you've made a commitment. And we might have a governing board if there's one that's up for question here. And
a governing board. We're going to have our own mock draft players association.
Yeah, the ITL Players Association.
MDPA.
The ITLPA is what it is. It's the ITLPA. If there's one that's in question here, if you kind of turn the marker there, and I could create a banner on the fly. If one of us cusses, I can just have a banner here that I change up and I'll go like this. I'll go, here, watch this. Cussing, Welsh. Let's see if I can do this on the fly real quick. Go Welsh 0, Bogman 0. So here is a scroll. So let's add that. So there you go to the video right there. I can go through and we can just adjust it as we go. If there's any cuss words, $5 goes to the cuss jar. And then we still don't know. Maybe while we're in the mock, you can look at the emails and see if there are any suggestions on what we do with it. So uncensored, cussing, and we'll try to use different words. I feel like we should be paid to come up with creative other cussing words.
Really? We should be paid?
You should pay me. Yeah. Every time I don't cuss and I use a different word, Bogman sends me $1.
Okay. Yeah. I think that will never happen in a million years. So.
All right. So here's the mock draft. Here's the setup here. We put it on pause so we can get rolling. Look at that. I am drafting from the number 1 spot, Bogman, and I am going to show all the peoples right there. I am drafting 1. Slezak, our boy Joe Slezak, is drafting 2. James M is 3. Thanos, Jesse Severe is at 4. We got Eric Toft at 5. Sean C at 6. Dusty, the American, I completely forgot it. Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream.
That's right.
Famous is at 8. RFP, the American Sniper, is at 9. Man, we got the whole crew here. Chad E is at 10. He lives in Butthole, Tucson. That's been on fire, unfortunately. Brand is 11. Jag, our boy Jag is in here. Look at that. Rich Bogman at 14 and Basketball J down at 15. Not Baseball J.
I wrote in Baseball J. He switched it to Basketball J.
So I'm going to tell you what Basketball J means. I'm going to just call this here. He is going to take 2 high closers. It's like from what I know about these people. Yep, 100%. I think Jay is going to go. I think he's going to punt starting pitching, and I think he's going to go 2 high closers, 3rd and 4th round. That he will double tap those mothers, and that is where he's going to go. Is this, by the way? Did you pause this?
Yep.
Okay, it was just rolling.
Yeah, he just hit reload the page. Whoa. And you'll be good.
Whoa! Did you guys see all that? I'm like zooming the screen.
Oh wow!
All right, there we go. So those are the 15.
By the way, baseball, you should be able to do just the regular draft board instead of this.
Yeah, I'll probably move that over.
So
yeah, I wonder why Fantrax is dead. By the way, also Fantrax did post. I almost feel like we played a role in this because we kept hounding this, and someone probably said something. But that's me having a high opinion of us and ourselves. Was they just happened to post what we had been preaching for about 3 weeks. They posted an email to all of their all of the people that play on Fantrax of suggestions on how to play this year. And this is what we've been saying. A site should step up and like help people out and figure out what to do. So they did that. So kudos to them for jumping in there a little bit. Bogman, I want to ask you real quick before we get this started, what you plan to do at 15.
I want a pitcher. I want a pitcher down here pretty bad. After I'm not as we're recording this, I'm not all the way done updating my rankings, but I did start last night the process, and I just we talked about it with Bloomfield the other day too. I want to get an upper echelon pitcher, so one of those first 2 picks will almost undoubtedly be a pitcher, unless that's just like the trend that we have early in this draft is pitching going high. And, so BPA / pitcher for my first 2 picks for sure.
Okay. I am going to shock you, Bogman. I am taking Christian Yelich at 1.
You're taking Yelich?
Yep. I'm going
Yelich.
Yelich.
Oh, I love it.
60 game turnover, power speed, batting average, a track record of doing it. Listen, I love Acuna over the full season. I really do. I love Mike Trout because of everything that he is. There's no doubt about all of that. But Trout does lack the speed. And if you want to go and compare Yelich to Trout, what am I losing with Trout? What am I going to ultimately lose with Trout with Yelich over Trout? I'm going to gain the speed. Now,
also, isn't Trout's wife going to have a baby in the middle of the season?
There's some questions, I suppose, about that. I mean, Christian Yelich is already in Milwaukee. He's already been working at the facility. Not that plays necessarily a role in it. I just think with this short run, Acuna could definitely play the other end, and he could be the hot hand. And holy crap, when he goes hot hand, it's out of here. At the same time, it's still a younger guy. There's still adjustment to be happened. Could 60 games be a little bit of a bleh? Maybe. Yelich on the other side has absolutely goes buck, and he's had 2 years of this completely retransformed player that he is. Where I've been taking Yelich on a full season, for a full season, I've been taking him 3rd on 60 games. I'm going to go with the batting average. I'm going to go with the power, and I'm going to go with the speed. Yelich is going to be my play, Boggs, and that's what I'm going to do with this first pick, and then hopefully I can get some pitchers on the back here. So let's go. It's PG mock time. Come on, you mother truckers. Let's get this going. Holy fork balls. It's time.
Good.
All right here, suckers. Really, what's that show? What's our show? The NBC show?
Good Place.
The Good Place. The Good Place kind of set the tone for I gotta mute that music. Jesus. They kind of really set the tone for how to cuss, but not cussing. Fork balls, holy forking
shirt balls. Yeah.
Oh boy, he did it. One of the guys in the room said, "Does that mean we're supposed to not cuss in the chat?" And then they've just absolutely lost their minds with cussing.
Yeah, I mean, they're just.
Could we tell them that they weren't supposed to, and now every cuss word they have to send us $5 for the jar? Yeah. So that would mean, Joe Slezak, you have one comment in here where you owe us $35. So I just want to point that out. All right, here are the latest picks. Look at the draft board is not updating, Bogman. So good on Fantrax for doing that. Yep. Yeah. I went Yelich, Acuna, Trout. Cole went 4, Bellinger 5, Mookie Betts 6. So I'm going to change up the screen here because and now all those guys with all their comments, they're going to be seen on screen. So thought a little bit better, fellas.
I'm hoping that, I don't expect DeGrom to fall to me here, but if Scherzer could fall, that's probably where I'm going to go.
I think Verlander's more likely to fall. Arenado went 7, Soto went 8, Trey Turner 9. Man, Jacob DeGrom 10. So I'm shocked DeGrom fell as he did. That is a fall, by the way, to Chad.
Yeah, it's weird. I feel like some people are just putting pitchers way on the back burner.
Yeah. But like we talked about with Bloomfield, if there are guys that have a better shot, quote, guarantee of being able to pitch further into games to start, it's guys like Bueller and DeGrom.
Oh, God dang it.
Bogman didn't have the mute on, and Scherzer went 1 pick.
Yeah,
oh, gosh, dang it, did you say?
Gosh, darn it. I'm upset. Jesus.
You go Verlander or Bueller.
Yeah. Oh, great. Dude, I turned this music off. Oh, it's because I had it up in another screen still, too. That's what it was. That's what it was. So I took Verlander. Now I got to go hitter. Who is going to be BPA? Let's see. At the top of the list here, Bregman, Freeman, Jose Ramirez, Harper. I kind of like Harper. I kind of like Pete Alonso here.
Yeah, all good.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
How did you feel about being sniped? What would you call Jag right in front of you?
You know what? Jag has always been a nice person to me, so I would just call him a great person. So that's what I would do.
This is a horrible idea. What are you doing? Bregman and Walker Buehler were the 2 picks by Basketball J. Then Bryce Harper to Bogman. I actually like that Bryce Harper pick. So
yeah, Harper. We were talking about with Bloomfield the other day. Harper's one of those guys that can just go on an incredible tear for 60 games, and you wouldn't be surprised if he was the MVP. So
look at that. Steven Strasburg, 18 overall.
Yeah, I know that Sporer in his top 100 starting pitchers really launched Strasburg way up there.
I'm going to look ATC on Strasburg. We won't do this for all of them because you got to go give them the clicks, but very favorable. 5-3 record in 68 innings with a 10K per 9 and about a 3.5 ERA. So, it is what it is. 78 strikeouts and 78 innings pitched. So, it all looks weird. It's all going to be weird for us to figure out. Last couple picks. Jose Ramirez went to Jag. Fernando Tatis Jr. to Brend. So who do I want? In a perfect world, I'd like to get a pitcher. There goes Pete Alonso. You son of a gun. Freddie Freeman. If Flaherty fell, I'd be in on that. I'm looking at Kershaw. I'm really interested in how they're not drafting pitchers. Well, there goes Flaherty, of course. Rendon's falling as well. We're at pick 24. He hasn't gone. JD Martinez. There goes Bieber at 24. So now we're.
Why are you suspicious that they're not snapping up pitchers here?
Yeah. What's going on here, guys?
Well, they're definitely less predictable, but because you said that, we're just going to have a wall of pitchers.
And now we've had 3 straight pitchers go. And I'm just looking at Corbin and Kershaw as one player I would love to get. There goes JD Martinez, and I have 3 before me. Thanos is 100% taking Corbin here. Oh, I took Rendon. Okay. All right. A little nervous. I just want one of those pitchers at least.
You'll get one of them. At least one of them.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I don't know, man. Some of these, I keep raising pitchers. I know the whole thing is upper echelon pitchers we want to raise, and the rest we kind of leave down in a smaller group. But I feel like there's a lot up at the top here.
Yeah, there goes Castillo. So I'm gonna do this. Where did he go there? Where did he go now? All right, I'm going to take Corbin as 1.
Corbin. Who is your
now
pick?
We're in Roto.
Corbin.
He's such a piece of shit.
What am I?
I said shut your mouth. All right, I'm gonna do this.
Corbin.
Where'd he go? There we go.
No,
I'm gonna go with Mondesi with them stolen bases. What am I?
You jerk.
What am I?
You're a jerk. I just said it. What are you, deaf?
Patrick Corbin and Mondesi. Love it. Gleyber Torres just went.
You think either of the Martes fall to me here?
I really was about to take Ketel because I think Ketel still gets some stolen bases. Starling too. You know what? Starling is a fantastic pick in this format. Even though there's a little bit that I think sometimes he can be kind of Goldschmidt-y in the outfield.
There goes Ketel.
Mm-hmm. Where I feel like there goes Altuve, where I feel like it's about the season-long accumulation. So I'm still into Marte, but Starling, but Ketel was one of those with the batting average, being in the middle of the lineup. I believe in the power. I don't know. He was a dude that I really wanted there, but I couldn't pass up Mondesi's stolen bases.
All right. Well, I'm going to completely change course here. I do want Starling Marte, but I don't think he gets back to me. You Darvish is who I really want.
Okay. I'm sure they're not planning that. The last couple of picks, by the way, were Kershaw at 35, Jordan Alvarez at 36, who's been falling a little bit, and Black. Ozzy Albies still out there. Marte. There's no way Marte gets to you.
I didn't even notice that Fantrax has projected Their projected is up to date here.
Oh,
For
is it? There
60
goes
games.
Stanton.
Yeah.
Stanton at 38. Famous thought he was getting you there.
Yeah, he probably did. And maybe, I mean, the stuff about Stanton just came down this morning as we're recording this. So
Yeah.
that he should probably maybe be possibly ready to DH someday on opening day, maybe. So there goes Starling.
No,
And it's Brent again. Brent got me in the football draft that you're going to hear tomorrow, like 6 times.
Come on, let it out.
Here already.
Let it out.
I want Darvish, man. Everybody knows that.
Oh!
I knew. See, that's Jag. Jag knows what he's doing exactly.
Come on, $5.
He's only in this mock, and Bogarts was my backup.
$5. Give me $5. Come on, just say it. Get out of your
No, I'm not going to say it. And I'm not going to take any of these stupid pictures either. So, all right, here we go.
Marte, Darvish, and Bogarts. Boom,
I'm going to take Matt Olson because I never get a good first baseman. So we're going to take care of that immediately. And then I'm also going to take, after Basketball J picks 2, I'm going to take Keston Hira.
Did you almost take him?
Basketball J almost got Keston Hira because I am the commissioner here. So,
oh, come on. People want an uncensored mock draft, Bogman. I could use $5. Just let it out a little bit. That was what a murderer's row that was. Stanton, Marte, Darvish, Bogarts. Don't you want to get something out?
Nope, I'm good.
There goes Blake Snell.
And Aaron Nola. All right, so Keston Hira for me.
So I was wrong, by the way, about the closers with him. So
yeah, and he had a problem getting into Fantrax, so I know he queued guys up. He had to do it from his phone instead of his computer. So
cool.
Yeah, Fantrax, it's done that to me a couple times where I go to just get on the site and it's like, nah, not right now. I'm like, okay. Wait a couple minutes and then I go back in. I'm also doing stuff late too. So
yeah. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. goes 48. What you drinking there, buddy?
Can you say Vladimir Guerrero's name like that again one more time for me?
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
I'm glad I'm not doing drops on this one.
Little 5 milligram Bogman. Maybe?
No, I've got.
Are we going to really do this entire thing without cussing at all? The people are going to be so disappointed. I'm not saying that you have a duty, Bogman, to make sure that people are entertained and that you should throw some money my way, but
yeah,
I'm just saying.
Yeah, because I owe you money.
What do you want to say to me? Does that make you mad? We're up for review soon, so
yeah, I hope you vote me off the island. So
George Springer, Charlie Morton,
John VR. Oh, famous got you.
That one pisses me
let
off.
it out, Welsh. Let it out. Let's hear it. Let's hear the temper tantrum.
I want to be really mad about that one. I thought I was assured I was getting VR on the wheel here. That one.
Oh no, there's Sean C taking Hater. Here we go.
Baez and Hater went. I'm actually finding it very hard at this moment to hold back right now. Like I really want to unload.
Phrasing. Chris
Paddock.
Paddock, that's a good pick. I bumped him up a little bit in shorted season 2.
There goes Machado.
What's it gonna be? How's it gonna be when you don't know
How's
me anymore?
it gonna be? I gotta wait.
Whit is still there. You can take Whit.
I see Whit. Oh, Rizzo was
What? Yeah, tell us how you feel.
I feel fine. Where are we at? Pick 59. Do I want to do this?
How's it gonna be when you don't know me anymore?
I just my
whiny ass song.
I'm taking Aaron Judge.
Okay.
And Joey Gallo.
Okay. Gallo was definitely tops on my list. So
yeah.
But
I wanted to take
so
Greinke though.
Away.
Greinke was the guy I really wanted to take there to shore up because now we're in a spot, and here's my thought process. Now we're in a spot that I'm not sure any of the pitchers are worth crazy reaching on just because of kind of that early rotation thing. Greinke's one of those guys that just goes deep. He's just going to go
Crazy.
deep. But,
I need another starter too, so Greinke is going to be definitely tops on my list here.
Yeah.
And then
I'm going to be looking at batting average guys too, because Gallo could be Mondesi and Gallo could be a little bit of a problem for me in Roto. Goldschmidt, Glasnow, and Bichette all just went.
Sean took Yates, or excuse me, Hader. Do you think he's going to take Yates here? Double tap them closers.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean we're in this territory where closing could get wonky. Yeah, there he
goes. Damn it.
Yeah, smart.
Kirby Yates was tops on my list. I'm going to take Chapman.
Oh, you're going to do the closer thing?
Yeah.
There goes Greinke.
Yep. Yeah, I see Greinke goes anyway. So Chapman is definitely pick one for me.
When I say nice guy Bogman, how does that make you feel?
Oh, I thought Chapman just went. It was Merrifield because I also had Merrifield in my queue. It was about to be a blow up there for a second.
That's what I'm wanting here.
No.
Okay. How's it gonna be?
Now it's stuck in your head. See,
yeah.
Eloy Jimenez. So come on, Chapman. Oh, go. Here's Jag. It's like I feel like Jag just knows what to do just to get the swear chart going.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. He would take. If he knows, he'll take Chapman. I'm ready. You're giving me $5 if he takes Chapman. Come on, come on, please. No! Do it. You gotta do it. Tell him.
Next time I'm just gonna move him closer to you for the next draft.
Really? How am I gonna get you to cuss? Ozuna.
You forget that I edit these, so I get mad at myself when I hear myself cuss that much.
There hasn't been a single one.
Well, I know.
Put uncensored on this, or not safe for work because it's very safe for work.
I don't know if everything's going to be safe for work. There goes Roberto Osuna.
Yeah.
I took Soler to get some power, and Jesus, I'm probably going to take Kenley.
Someone asked if we'd heard any rumblings about Kenley maybe opting out due to he's had the heart.
Well, I actually heard the opposite of that because Dave Roberts said that him and Kenley both talked to doctors and they said they're not at greater risk at all. Yeah. So
Romuto and Abreu at what was that? 75 and 76. You took Kenley. Okay.
I took Kenley.
I'm about to get priced out of the closers again here pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean they just go too high.
Yep. Scumbags. Victor Robles.
Well, who are you going to be upset with now if they go? Well, who's at the top of your list? I'm not looking.
I mean, Nelson Cruz. I don't have a lot of pitchers, which kind of pisses me off. I want to go pitching, but I'm back into this place. Eugenio Suarez is another one of those guys that I want, but I am worried I am really hurting my batting average in Roto, but I'm getting pretty jacked up about all these counting stats I'm accumulating.
On all that Mountain Dew.
But I've only got one pitcher, so I need to be tricky. Hey, tricky. Hey, tricky. There goes
Jag Auto picks the next one. He doesn't care about the other one. All he wants to do is make sure the one in front of me, I get very upset.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and text him. That's how I'm going to get it out.
No. Let me see what you text him. Put it up to the phone. Put it up to the
no,
video.
I'm not going to do that. That would show his phone number too anyway.
Well, put your finger over his phone number. I want to see.
I'm not going to do any of that.
Come on.
So stop asking me.
What did you say? You fuck. I'm
what? Right there. Oh, two. You got two. That's $10. I'm wondering where I'm going. Oh, Whataburger sounds good today. That's great.
I forgot.
Can you believe you just did that? Like, how mad does that make you that you just did that? When you almost got me a couple times, but you just did it, trying to make fun of me.
I got loose-lipped on the first one, and I forgot about the back. The back end reaction cuss. I forgot about that one, and that one got me.
Puke. Oh my god. That word was included in my text to Jag.
What, you're gonna puke?
No, the
Which
word
one?
you said.
Which one? Say it.
No, I'm
Be
not. I'm
specific.
not as dumb as you. I'm not gonna say it.
Oh, Jag. See, Jag just says Bogman's. I think that counts. I'm gonna ask Jag.
Do
What
not
did he say?
No,
It
no.
counts.
That's
You
a
don't
private conversation.
You don't get to just get it out of your system. You don't get to get out of your system.
You can do it too.
Nope. This counts. I think we're about to negate. I think there's about to be $20 in the
No.
cuss jar.
There would be
Can't do it.
15, but
Oh yes, okay. $25 in the. You know what? Every
no.
user agreed.
It
Yep.
has to come out of my lips
Oh,
into this
crap.
microphone. It
Hold
did
on.
not.
I'm on. I'm up. I'm up. I
You don't
didn't
get to
realize it was
make.
up.
You don't just get. You have 7 seconds. You don't get to make
Crap.
personal rules.
All right, I'm going Corey Kluber because I was not prepared.
God.
What?
Kluber was on my list. You know, you have 10 seconds to make
wait,
your
I
next
just,
pick.
I just disconnected. Hold
Yeah,
on.
everybody did.
Oh, okay.
Everybody did. So,
Okay, well,
can you
I'll
pick, or
start.
do I need to restart?
Yeah, just give me just a minute. No. Pick.
I'm asking you. Are you? You're good.
Yeah, I'll be good.
Okay, I'm gonna hit resume draft. So you're good. Go 12, 11, 10. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
give you extra time.
All right, I'm gonna Taylor Rogers.
Oh, there you go. You
closer.
got one.
Yeah, got me a closer. So I'm gonna text Jag to find out what you said to see exactly how much goes in the jar.
Nothing.
Absolutely.
I
You
refuse
don't-
to pay. I refuse to pay. That's
Sorry.
a private conversation between myself and Jag. It has nothing to do with you or the podcast. So
Let's see. Hold on. No. What did he say? It's going in the jar. I told you, rules are rules. The oversight committee agrees.
no.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask. All right, here.
No,
does
you're just upset because you're
agree
just
that Bogman's cuss text
no.
goes in the jar.
Nope.
Last couple picks, by the way. Chapman, who I almost took, Soroka, Bell, Gray, Laureano. Oh, look at this. Yes, 100%.
You're such a sore loser.
A couple are
you-
saying no.
Yeah, because they're smart.
No.
And by the
they're
way, yeah,
pandering.
James and Rich might be the last mock drafts you guys get in here. So
I want to know.
remember, I'm the
words.
gatekeeper here for these. So
These guys
it's the
suck.
one that you said twice. I said 3 times.
Okay, well, it's $25 in the jar.
Yeah, it's no dollars, $0. Because I won't be
$0.
paying any of them.
For a snowy day.
Yeah, snow dollars.
No dollars.
Snow dollars.
Snowy dollars. I mean, you say what you want, but the change jar.
Yeah, well, I didn't say it. I typed it.
Well, okay,
which
but
is
that is
within the rules.
That's a workaround. Here, I'm going to change the. So here's what. Let's see. Where's the?
Well,
ticker?
you need to lay out your rules more concisely. You need to lay them out better. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay. Well, oops,
Why is
you're up. I
my
can tell you're
horn
up.
again?
I've updated the cuss. Whoops, that's the wrong one. But that is our PayPal. PayPal at inthisleague.com and Venmo at the Welsh and at Bogman. I put the wrong one on video, but now I put up the cuss bar. That's been updated. Bogman, you're up.
Cuss bar, I know.
We took Tommy Pham. Let's see. Last couple picks we had. Jesus Christ. Colomay went 101. McNeil, Ken Giles, Tommy Pham, Marcus Semien, Gary Sanchez, and Bogman is up.
I'm going to take
Hey,
Eduardo
seconds.
Rodriguez here.
Yeah. there you go.
107. So I've got my pitchers are Verlander, Eduardo Rodriguez with Kenley Jansen at closer. I've got Matt Olson, Keston Hiura. My outfield is Harper, Soler, and Pham.
There goes Correa.
I like this start.
Do you?
I do. What do you have so far?
About it. I've got Adalberto Mondesi, Gallo, Judge, Yelich. Those are my hitters. And then I've got Patrick Corbin, Kluber, and Taylor Rogers as my pitchers. What you think of them apples?
It was pretty solid start.
You good apples?
And of course, as soon as we start doing this, Joe and I go on the clock in our 32-man double guy draft.
You see who just went?
Archie Bradley. What is that makes me want to cuss more than anything.
I know. What's his nickname?
Essie Pants.
Oh,
There's a workaround for all of these.
I was just queuing up Otani too. That's bull. Lonky.
You hate Otani. It is post pick 100.
It's
though.
post pick 100. That's right. That's malarkey. I was going to take it.
Oh, is that bull honky?
That is bull honky, bull spunky. I will tell you, there is garbage on the infield, and I don't have a first, second, or third baseman.
See, I only don't have a third and short.
Not the
I got
biggest
first
fan.
and second already.
Jesus, what the hell's going on at closer? Ian Kennedy just went. It's this roto. Everyone's losing their effing mind.
Yeah.
Effing mind, Bogman.
I mean, I passed up some on my last turn to take Erod. So
I might be going pitcher here. I'm going to take one of Raisel Iglesias, Neris, or
I was gonna
Anderson.
say, why is Iglesias lasting this long? Did something happen to him that we don't know of?
No, I don't know. People are just being. Oh, there is the horn. Thank you very much.
Thank you, restart.
Didn't have. God dang.
There, restart.
There, restart. Oh, that's a good one. Can we put that on a shirt? There, restart. All right, we're gonna definitely take Iglesias here.
It's a good pick.
You know what else we're gonna do, Bogman?
What else are you gonna do? Who else?
Do I want to do that one? Is a little dicey. We're gonna take Hector Neris too. We're gonna go 3 closers.
Double tapping. Look at you.
3 closers now in Roto.
Well, that sucks because I like that you got your 3 closers here, but it means that now there's going to be this extended closer run where they all go between, because we're so far apart, where you pick and I pick. I assume. We'll see. Castellanos, who was also in my queue.
Good pick. Andrew
Benintendi. All right, these are great picks. Get those out.
I almost went Nick Anderson, and I know he's got this like crazy high upside, but I don't know. I kind of wanted to play it a little bit safer, and I feel like all 3 of those guys are lockdown closers without question, just because, the Rays can do funky stuff. Alvarado could get some saves. They're more likely to play a rotation. Tim Anderson just went.
Kevin Biggio. Yeah, see, I wanted who did you just take? I'm sorry. Your 2 closers.
I took Iglesias and Neris.
Yeah, I would take both those guys over Anderson, but now Anderson is at the top of my list. So
Danny Santana. Holy cow. Is the infield bad?
Jorge Polanco. Michael Brantley. Come on, I'm 4 picks away from Nick Anderson. There's no way. See, I've talked smack about Nick Anderson, so there's no way Jag knows that I want him.
No, but Brenda's coming up. There goes Corey Seager, 130.
You're right. And Brenda, no starting pitchers, all relievers, guys. So,
oh, too little. He took the wrong one.
2 picks. Come on. Don't do it, Jag, for God's sake.
You stupid sandbag. Come on.
That does sound like an insult, sandbag. It sounds racist and terrible all at the same time.
There, restart.
Hoskins, come on, Richard. Oh, look at that.
You got to be kidding me.
Nick Anderson.
What are these TikToks doing letting Nick Anderson fall to you?
Love it. Basketball J for 2. He's had to work that queue.
Sound like a rhyme. Basketball J for 2. He had to
work that queue.
That's like every white guy. White guy's like, yeah, I can rap, and they're just like, my name is Rich. My name is Scott. My name is
Rich. Can you hear me, Tim? You like my rap?
That was a good one. I mean, it's not good to listen to if you know what I mean. But
damn it!
Damn it! That might be one. Well,
Carlos Santana.
It's not.
Yeah. That restart.
Oh boy, I want you to mess that up bad. Oh, and you got Workman too.
Such 3 closers. How do you like them apples?
Don't. You are such a cunnilingus.
For you.
I desperately want Justin Turner. Desperately.
Okay.
Want Justin Turner.
Desperately wanting.
Yep. Michael Conforto, Hansel Rodriguez.
Hansel.
Gallon was
so
the
hot
other.
right now. Hansel.
Gaga.
This guy's a good pick. What are you doing?
This is making.
Are you being Bobcat Goldthwait making baby noises?
There's
Goo goo.
some. Oh, there goes E5. There is something about not being able to cuss right now that is infuriating me, and I have this rage. All the rage is inside of me right now, and I just want to explode.
It's my favorite.
Pissing me off. Carlos Carrasco, god dang, Turner is.
Carlos Carrasco. I wouldn't be surprised if he opted out. He is just recovering from cancer.
I'll tell you right now, Thanos is going to take Turner. I just know it. It's coming. Urias just went. He's on my list. I can just feel it.
Yeah, like I'm making a good point, and you don't care at all because you're concerned about Thanos.
There's David Price. My list is going away.
Here's Thanos right here.
Kyle
Hendricks, the complete opposite of what you were gonna do.
Gurriel.
Who do you want again?
All I want is Justin Turner.
Justin Turner. He is 4th on the list on Fantrax here.
All right, I got him.
Okay.
Because Leclerc just went. I'm just trying to figure out who the next pick is. All right, so we're gonna get Turner. That's amazing. That happened. Looking at the other man, it's so bad. All that infield is so bad. And then I want to say horrible things to you right now. I don't know why. Not even like a reason. You didn't do anything.
Yeah. I know. It's just because you can't. That's why.
I'm going to go Robbie Ray at pick 151.
Oh, thank God. Because I definitely would have cussed if you would have taken my guy.
Who do you want?
Elvis Andrus. I want pretty bad.
Okay. All right. So are you okay? If Elvis Andrus goes before, you're cussing.
I might. I'm not going to guarantee it or anything. But I will be very upset. That is true. So is he on? He's on the front screen of hitters. Is he on the main front screen too, or under all? He is not. So I should be okay.
Let's see. Contreras, Brian Anderson, Gurriel.
Elvis Andrus in. I think I need another starter here. Let's see. Yeah, because I have the 3 closers, but I still only have 2 starters.
Let's see. Edmund.
It is ugly. Dusty, you jerk.
Come on.
I can't give you much more. It would be too satisfying for you.
It's fine.
No, see, like I want to say it so bad. You know that like internal feeling that you get where you're so frustrated and you can't say anything. No. I have that, but I know it's worse for you because I'm not cussing. No. So it's making it okay for me.
Do you want to know what I did? I text Jack and I said, totally don't take Elvis.
Oh, you son of a bitch. What is your problem?
That goes in the cuss jar.
One. Yeah. Yeah. That's cheating, dude. That is against everything.
That is
your problem. And Chris Davis. Did you say Chris Davis? That was Brent anyway.
I didn't say anything else.
I hate you.
Ow, my face hurts.
Is this almost over?
Oh, my face hurts. You're up, by the way.
And take Amed Rosario.
That's pretty good.
And then,
pick, by the way. Well, I'll let you pick because you're about to pick.
God,
a lot of picks to pick up on.
I don't know who I want here.
I'm glad he took him, so my cheating didn't go to the next level.
Sean Manaea.
So the last couple of picks, we had, let's see, after Andrus went, we had Maeda, Carlos Martinez, Lance McCullers by Chad, who I really wanted. Brent took Chris Davis. We had Gallegos, David Dahl, Bogman took Amed Rosario, Matthew Boyd at 165, Marquez at 166. You took Manaea, then Lux, and then Luke Weaver.
Who are you going to take next, you cheater?
I don't know. I might have to hold it back.
Cheating cheater.
It didn't technically the cheating, like it's like me holding a vial of steroids and then not taking it.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I can't believe you.
There's money on the line, Bogman. I was trying to get one out of you. I mean, you did text. You cheat. Technically, you cheated first.
I cheat. No. You have to draw up the rules before you can call
it was
cheater.
You don't.
But we know during the middle of any draft, the middle of any draft, that if you text someone to take someone, that is cheating. That is
you set the
universally known.
precedent. You set the precedent that we can do whatever we want. Text.
Why? How does your logic add up? How does your logic add up? It doesn't.
You said whatever we want to do in text doesn't count. And I didn't go on the board and say, hey,
I did not say anything you want to do in text doesn't count. I said cursing in text doesn't count.
I don't know what I'm picking here. Technically,
Good. You know what? My hope was to distract you with this conversation the whole time so you would have no idea who to pick next when your pick was up. You're one pick away here.
No, I don't know. I can't see.
Yeah. Pick, Joe. Don't give him a break. Quick
Give
pick
me time. Oh, I can't see.
You're up for 2. Loser.
Humana. Oh, that was so good. That's so funny.
Pick.
I can't see. Oh crap. We're gonna go Kyle Tucker.
Kyle
180.
Tucker.
Kyle Tucker.
And then
10. Oh, my head hurts. I'm gonna go Tanaka at 181.
Tanaka. I feel like those are picks you just would never make. So I love that.
No, I like Tanaka.
I don't think you've taken Tanaka in one mock. Not a
Well,
single.
he's usually not there at 180. So no, it's good for this rotation. I think Tanaka goes deeper into games, but I mean, like,
And James says double snipe, so that's good.
I mean, there's stuff that like I just don't love where we're at right now. God,
No,
my head-
the starting pitchers in particular are bad. And I
Yeah,
had
well,
Mike Minor, who just got taken, was at the top of my list here. So
that's why I've taken 4 with the 3 closers. Tucker was a little bit dicey. I almost went. I mean, I'll just say it because there's no effing way he comes back. But Brian Reynolds, that's just one of those guys that helps with batting average. He just doesn't have a lot of counting stats. He probably would have made a little bit more sense for my team. And I was thinking about him.
I want Puig because he's probably going to sign with the Giants. And
Yeah.
you know, he's still way low here on the Fantrax list. Let me see. Where is he?
Just hurts now. It is from laughing so hard.
215, by the way, is his number on the list. There goes Garrett Hampson and Joe Jimenez. That's Joe Jimenez going in the same range. See, Dusty taking Chew. He thinks he got me, and I may be cussing right now. And he was definitely my backup to Puig.
I kind of got you a little bit.
A little bit.
Oh man. So now do we agree that anything that happens in text is now off
I don't care
limits?
if that, then fine. Then I will not text.
I will
move
not.
my phone away from me.
Me too. Go over here. I won't do anything egregious. Chu and Kella. Who the hell's up? RFP?
RFP is up. Yep.
That was a rough 30 seconds for me. Like I haven't laughed that hard in a while. Man. I felt like that laugh fit that Segura and Bert just had. that literally is what that just felt like. We just went to.
You just found out I was drinking 2 gallons of Kool-Aid
Yeah.
a day and thinking I'm doing okay.
Such a great moment. That is so funny. Luis Arise, 191. Gene Segura, 192.
Puig still there for me.
I feel like closers have died down. I mean, I guess there's not much.
Well, yeah, they've died down because they're dead. There's no more
Well,
left.
There's Melanson. Let's see.
Like I said.
You wanted
Yeah.
Dozier?
No, I said, like I said, there's no more left.
Yeah, I guess there's not.
Because you said Melanson.
Yeah, you're right. You're up.
Yeah, and I took Puig, like I said I was going to.
Pretty good pick. 195.
Oh,
I
I had 4 guys on my list, and those were 2 of them.
Andrew Heaney and Brian Reynolds. Yep, those are good.
Adrian Hauser for me. You know I love him.
I would love.
Lerv.
I got a lot of second base options here. There's just not like awesome picks that are sitting out there right now.
Yeah, it's kind of an ugly state. I guess starting pitching is where you usually go. Here you dip into the glob, you know.
Yeah. Did this guy go yet?
Man, I feel like starting pitching is so thin right now, though.
Oh,
It's like no good people on this list. Here's a good one. Found this guy.
Oh, who's that guy?
He's a guy on a team.
What's his blood type?
Oh.
Oh,
face. Oh, there goes Melanson.
There goes Melanson.
McCutcheon's a good pick.
Yeah, 198. I like that one. Oh, I know a guy.
That little guy?
Yeah, you just made me think of that guy that I always forget.
That little guy that you always forget. Who is it? You're going to pick before me.
Just a guy. Don't worry about it.
A Jag?
Yeah, well, you got your... damn it! That was someone I did want to...
Brandon Lau?
Oh, yeah.
Yikes.
All right, I think I know who my next two picks are then, but I'm going to wait just a hair here. Let me see where your hands are. Show me your hands. Okay.
Why am I showing you my hands?
Making sure. Not getting itchy. There goes Dylan Carlson to Dusty.
And I'm not what?
Not getting sneaky on the old text chain.
My phone's over here, so
why don't you hold it up with your number?
I'll put it over here. People already have my number anyway. Who cares?
Do you still get texts?
Not often. It's actually fairly rarely now.
Luke Voigt, Justin Upton, and Miguel Andrews.
Guy that I forget about too.
AJ
I like that.
I'm gonna go Colton Wong and Rich Hill.
That was the guy that I forgot. Was Colton Wong.
My two picks, as long as Slezak doesn't do something silly.
Come on, Slezak.
No Marmazara. Colton Wong. A little bit of Rich Hill. Double tap real quick at pick 210 and 211. Suckers.
I just got a text. Am I allowed to look at my phone?
Yeah, I just picked. Who'd you text?
I didn't text anybody. It was Pizza Pia.
What do you want?
It's about the draft that we're in.
Yeah. What's he saying?
I said, thoughts on the trade offer. I'm going to have to tell him that we're doing this draft.
Joe Adele just went to Slezak. That's brutal. Oh, I got famous mad. He said, Welsh, Debbie is on her way to your house. He is mad. That is, for some reason, our boy Famous in the Army has an alter ego of a woman, Debbie. What's her name? Full name?
Debbie Double A. Or I guess ass, he said, is okay. Debbie Double Ass.
And Debbie Double Ass, yeah. Christian Walker, John Gray, Eric Hosmer. Hosmer. Who was the guy's name at the beginning of the draft that you were Patrick Corbin? I also did the Vlad thing that you wanted to throw up, or whatever. I did Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I'm like, that's not an accent. What are you doing?
I wish I had more accent.
Guerrero Jr.
Oh, man. Mitch Keller, Adam Eaton at 217, CJ Cron at 218.
Oh, Christ. Look at how bad third base is. Do you have a starting third baseman?
Turner.
Oh.
Yeah, third base at this point is Gio Urshela. I actually think Sterling Castro is a decent one, but after that, it is dog S.
It
is
ugly.
It is poop of dog. There goes Jock Peterson, Will Smith, Jose Urquidy. Second base is all
that drop the other day, the one from Anchorman, that poop mouth. Poop coming out of your mouth.
What?
You don't remember? You're my hero, Ron. Why would you say that? It's Chris Parnell yelling at Ron Burgundy. Wait, after he said, go after yourself, San Diego.
Yeah.
You're my hero, Ron. Why would you say that? You poop mouth. Poop coming out of your mouth. Poop mouth.
Cole Hamels after Kopech went. Cole Hamels 224. Fulte 225. Dallas Keuchel 226. And Bogman gets Joey Lucchesi at 227.
Yeah, I like I'm pretty much wrapped up on pitchers now, so that's nice. Verlander, Jansen, Eduardo Rodriguez, Nick Anderson, Workman, Manaea, Hauser, Hamels, and Lucchesi.
Pretty hard to ignore. I lost some of my excitement on Aristides Aquino. Nick Solak is such a good pick at 228.
Well, he's not even starting on like the regular 40 man. Isn't he on the taxi squad?
Yeah, he's on the taxi squad right now, and it really seems like that commitment is going to be I mean, it's good for Senzel. Senzel at this point is looking like a decent pick. There goes Dustin May at 229, just because they've got, Winker, Akiyama, Senzel, and Castellanos. That's your outfield. And one of those guys can DH. So why wouldn't they? And
Right.
Aquino seems to be out of it for now. There goes Yarbrough at 230 and Josh James at 231.
Well, that went at the, in February and March when we were first starting, I said I didn't want any part of anyone in the Reds outfield outside of Castellanos because of all of that. So,
Yeah.
And Aquino seems to be the victim. So,
This is true. Oh, that's another good one right there.
that little guy.
A couple of these little guys. Wade Davis. Evan White at 234. You
Evan White.
silly goose. You, Dusty.
Silly goose.
Evan
Dusty.
White.
And Dusty, you silly goose. Alec Baum, Wade Davis, Ryan Braun, who might not even play. He said he's still weighing his options.
He was working out with Yelich the other day.
Was he? Well,
there you go.
I don't like that for Yelich.
Yeah, no, you don't want to share anything.
No sharing anything. COVID worst, but steroids second worst.
Bubba put a tweet out like, "Hey, these two guys are deals," and I did the what's his name with the needles, the woo 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 with the needles on a picture of Ryan Braun.
What needles? I don't remember.
Colbert, where he's punching the needles up and down.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. D-backs fans will never get over Ryan Braun hitting 9 homers in a 5-game series.
No, we won't. All right, so I'm gonna. I'm gonna do this. Will Myers.
Okay.
And which side do I want?
And then I feel like now that you're debating, you quick picked yourself.
I did. Well, I don't think it was that quick. Was the problem? I did quick pick a bit. I am all right. I'm going to Starlin Castro. What we talked about, middle infield, 241.
Okay.
It's a very roto type team I'm building, though I don't have a first baseman.
No first baseman yet.
Nope. There goes
Sandy
Alcantara.
I saw CJ Cron still there. Chavis Votto.
Not there, but Miggy's there. Howie Kendrick is still there. That's the crew. Michael Chavis, Joey Votto. That's what you're dealing with. Hey,
you're going to have a crappy first baseman. I'm going to have a crappy third baseman because I still haven't picked the third baseman yet.
Pay for it later. So, whoops, they put Castro at corner. I want him at middle. So,
but I'm going to take Yandy Diaz here as one of my picks. And then I don't know. Well, it's not that even that I do like Yandy Diaz, but it's not even that I like him. It's that I didn't take a third baseman early. And while third base is deep, I just waited on it too long. I was too busy taking closers at their expensive price. So I'm stuck now between Urshela, Diaz, Seager, Satsugo, Bertie, Fletcher. These are the options that I have. They're not good. Yeah. Travis Shaw's down there. Ugh.
Odor, Kieboom, Senzel, Riley, Akiyama, and Chavis just went around the 245 to 250. I almost took Austin Riley there because of the DH, and I need Myers can be my fifth outfielder, but that sucks.
Still some good. Yandy and Nico Goodrum. That's who I'm going to take here because I need an MI as well and some swipes.
Daniel Murphy, Greg Polanco, and Avisel Garcia.
Avisel Garcia was definitely on my list.
Foggy up.
Yandy Diaz at third. Jay takes Aquino and Newman, and I am going with Goodrum.
I was thinking about Newman.
They put him out.
Are we on bench here?
Nope.
Good.
22 rounds. So you could like if you want an extra pitcher instead of whatever spot, you can do that, but only 22 rounds.
Excellent.
I thought about leaving the bench in since it's unedited, but I didn't.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Renato Nunez, that's a good pick.
That does it. Thank you. Renato Nunez, Seth Lugo. You got your good drums. What are we like? Around 260? God.
I have all hitting left. My pitching is full. So I'm all set there. I have a catcher, a CI outfield utility. All set. Catcher, CI, outfield utility. What do you have left?
I've got one pitching spot, an outfield, a corner, first and catcher. So I'm lacking in that first department.
Dude, my face still hurts.
Dude, like right in the top of my head, it just hurts from the intense laughter. It was intense laughing. I'm gonna take Gio Urshela if he's still there for corner.
Gio.
Gio. Justice Sheffield.
Gio.
How disappointed do you think people are that like such little cussing in this?
I think they got enough entertainment for it. You trying to gaslight me firing back at you, you laughing until you almost fainted.
Yeah, I mean, there is $30 in the pot though.
Yeah, and I'm up, by the way. So
no, you have 20. You cussed 4 times.
No, I did not. No, that we've already established that didn't count. Even the people in the chat said so. So stop trying to make the rules bend to your will.
I mean, I just see the ticker down there says Welsh 2, Bogman 4. So
right.
I mean, I don't know what to
I'm
tell
sorry.
you.
What is it? What does the banner say?
It says Welsh 2, Bogman 4.
Now look at it. What does it say?
Oh no, it's gone. Where did it go?
Oh, look at that. Oh no, it's gone. Now the banner doesn't count at all. That's
you're poor. You're a poor sport.
I'm a poor sport. You're making up rules. By the way, you're up. You're making up rules, and I'm the poor sport. Okay, whatever you say, guy, buddy, pal.
I'm just saying, like, you don't have to be such
Take
a
2
poor.
picks.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Gio Urshela, but I'm not quick picking.
And then who's next? Do you need a pitcher still? Do you need a CI catcher? What do you need?
Thinking about this isn't gonna help my projection at all, but whatever. I'm gonna go Spencer Howard because we are pick 271. There goes Michael Givens, 272. And I love that I've got 3 closers relatively early now that I just don't have to worry about.
Yeah,
that I was feeling. And I didn't pay up for them. I think I took them all post 100. That's how you do it.
I think I'm going to take a risk here. A
Yeah.
little bit risky. I'm going to take Cespedes with my next pick.
For the rest of us.
Cespedes for the rest of us.
I like that. I like that.
And see if he is actually, wow, Famous really not happy with you.
He owes us $5.
What did he say in the chat?
Yes word. Sandy.
The S word.
You're on my Sandy list now. Goes Tony Watson.
It's like that do meet Wad trying to drop an F-bomb. Remember when he kept calling him farts?
Fudge.
You're hearing her fart yourself.
Yeah, you're gonna fart yourself, boy. Fudge. Brendan McKay, Jose Quintana. Is that the only thing impression I can do like that holds?
No, I mean, you don't work on them, neither do I. So, they'd probably be way better if you worked on them.
What happened to you? Why'd you give up?
I was too busy editing mocks.
You need the Diamondbacks to lose games for you to work on impressions?
Yeah.
Okay.
What I really need is less mocks. But the baseball preseason lasted enough time to have a baby. So I've been editing mocks nonstop.
And people like the mocks.
They do. They might like this uncensored one more than all the other ones.
I'll bet you, like, at the end of the day, they like all the clips and the us getting really mad. Oh,
What?
Howie Kendrick to Jag. Did you text him? You text him, didn't you?
I haven't touched my phone. Not since Joe texted me. So, Cespedes for me.
Fork and liar. Canning Griffin Canning. Those are different words. Cespedes, and then Swanson and Ian Happ.
I take Trent Grisham. What? What's that? I'm sorry. What were you saying about my awesome Trent Grisham pick? Were you about to compliment me? I couldn't hear that.
I was going to compliment you. I had a couple words, a couple nice words I was going to say. I'm gonna hold back on them.
What were they in order, in detail?
They rhymed. There were a couple different F words.
Right.
And then
what did they rhyme with? Muck?
No.
Was that one of them?
No, it just they rhymed with the cuss words and
I don't know. You have to tell me.
No, they weren't going to be great ones.
I don't have a very good imagination. You just have to write it for me.
Oh, just whatever, forks and stuff you think of. TikToks and stuff. Had a couple different ones. Let's see. Ryan Presley, Chatwood, Vasquez, Martinez, and Ross Stripling, 293.
Jose Martinez, not bad.
That's a pretty good pick. I'm looking at Sam Hilliard still out there.
Yeah, I had him on my list for a little bit.
Yeah. Looking at Hilliard. And there goes Whitley. And let me look at the catchers because we only got a couple more picks left. Catchers don't really worry me that much. But Miggy is about the only other first I think I want. Oops.
So Miggy and somebody.
There goes Mackenzie Gore. It's pretty good. Dylan Cease. I'm up. I think I'm going to go Hilliard and Miggy and just go last pick catcher. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Is that what yeah, that's what we're going to do. All right. And Hilliard. And then we will Cesar Hernandez. Very good pick by Slezak. And I'll just take one of the closers that are available.
Catchers.
You strip and Arias.
What is his name?
I'm not sure there's a name that annoys me more than because I just want to say Urias or Urias, and they're like, no, get it correct. Urias.
Remember for a couple months when it was Ronald Acuna instead of Acuna.
Yeah,
now it doesn't sound right.
I remember doing a podcast where it was very important to be saying Urias. Roll the Urias.
I just call him the guy with the really messed up eye. That's what I call him.
Let's see. Jakob Giannis, Tommy La Stella, Sean Murphy, Kyle Gibson.
I'm going to go. I need a CI and a catcher. So for me, it's going to be Todd Frazier and probably Carson Kelly.
Todd Frazier. Matt
Damon.
Alex Reyes at 309. That's actually a good one. You know, if the Cardinals implemented, I think the Cardinals would actually from implementing like a stacked rotation. And if you could get like Kim and Reyes together, let Kim start the game because you know how second time through and whatever, and then let Reyes come in the fourth, then he gets the wins and the strikeouts. Ooh, he would be jumping up my board if we got any indication that they were doing
What's
that.
the deal? Because they got the little green thing next to Reyes. Is he going to start on like the lower 60-man thing or what's his deal?
I think that's just their own analysis. So, and Fantrax says be utilized as a middle and high leverage reliever during the 2020 season. Blah 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 blah. blah.
Yeah, it's weird that he has that minor league flag next to his name.
I would just like to see. Well, I think he was optioned. That's why he was optioned early. I would like to see some type of a role like that. That would make me super happy for them to announce it. And Reyes would be one of those guys that you stream, you pick up, you hold. He'd probably be more valuable than. I mean, frankly, if he were in that role, let's say Spencer Howard was starting games and only going 4, Reyes would be, I mean, time more valuable than Howard if he was like going, 4 to 7, 4 to 7, and then he's picking up the wins with the strikeouts. Last couple picks, you've got Frazier, Tom Murphy, Jorge Alfaro, Carlos Rodon. That's a good speculative pick. Jordan Hicks by Chad E.
I just don't think he's going to play that much. Hicks.
I mean, I don't either,
it's
but
not a bad pick in the last round here. Obviously, you can just stash him, but with the COVID IL this year, I don't know how many pre-injured stashes I want to make. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. Know what I'm saying?
No, I'm saying.
Do you know what I'm saying? Tyler O'Neill, Dan Vogelbach. I'm gonna take you out of here, Molina, if he's there.
That's Mr. Irrelevant, the last pick in the draft.
And then I don't know. We don't have to go through full breakdown here. We can go through a few little peeky poos and see what the projections look like. If we get there, Albert Pujols.
I mean, yeah, this last round is taking forever for whatever.
Does it ever hurt you when you see Albert Pujols being picked in the 300s and you think about like how we started in fantasy?
Say again. Sorry.
Does it ever hurt your soul?
Joe just texted me like 3 times, so I'm sorry.
Does it hurt your soul to see Albert Pujols being drafted where he is and thinking about like where we started in fantasy?
Nah. I mean, look, I love Albert Pujols and everything, but he got paid more than enough money. I don't feel bad for him. There are very few ways I could possibly feel bad for Albert Pujols. So,
and that's not one of them.
That is not one of them. No.
Okay. Well, going to put up the draft board so people can see it, but real quick, let's go through our teams just to announce them. If I can get back from that ledge.
All right,
do you want to go first?
Yeah. I got Carson Kelly at catcher, my last pick or second to last pick. Matt Olson at first, Keston Hiura at second. Third base is Yandy Diaz. Short is Ahmad Rosario. Then Todd Frazier, Nico Goodrum, CIMI. Outfield is Harper Soler, Pham, Puig, Cespedes with Trent Grisham at util. My pitchers are Verlander, Eduardo Rodriguez, Sean Manaea, Adrian Hauser, Cole Hamels, Joey Lucchesi with closers of Kenley Jansen, Nick Anderson, and Brandon Workman. Brandon Workman. I'd be very, very happy going into the season with this team. I really like this squad.
Yeah, I think you're really going to struggle with batting average of this team because this is Roto. It's going to be a massive struggle for you, but you've got power, you got some RBIs, you got some speed. It's pretty balanced outside of the batting average. Because I'm looking and I don't see a lot of guys that are going to help the batting average. Like maybe really, Tommy, maybe Hiura.
It's a punt. I mean, Hiura, but Hira's not going to have a, over 400 OBP again. So,
no, well, I mean, at this point, anything is possible. You shouldn't say that in 60 games. With your pitching, Verlander, Jansen. Yeah, I mean, I don't love your starting pitchers, but I do love that you got 3 like really good closers. And I mean, you paid up a little bit for Jansen, but you really didn't pay up for Workman and Anderson. Those were solid. I don't know, Bucks. Like, I could see how this team competes. Like, if we were in Silicon Valley and I could cuss, I'd say this team Fs a little bit. But I don't think it's like the best constructed you could have possibly put together because, like I said, the average kind of stands out. Who are your stolen base guys? You got some here. You got Rosario. You got Pham. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're competing. You know where I like this one? If you were doing one of those, those formats where you're Roto until the playoffs and then you have a head-to-head playoff. This is the type of team where I think the Roto gets you to the playoffs, and then head-to-head, if you're on kind of a burner, you might be able to take some dudes.
Yeah, I like that. You're like, you know what? I like this for a completely different format that we're not drafting for. I mean, if you're trying to get me to cuss, that's the closest I've been. So
that was the closest.
I mean, it's so insulting. You're just like, yeah, you know what? If we were drafting for something that we weren't drafting for in this one, your team might be good, but now it blows. So, I mean, are you not saying that? That's pretty much what you're saying, right? Come on.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying
so insulting.
Completely different format.
You don't even know you're being insulting. That's how you insult people now. You're like, you know what? You're really fat, and your team would be much better in a different format. That's what I heard.
Great in a 24-team league.
yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah, this would be great if this was a 32-man league, and you also weren't so fat. That's how great this team would be.
Oh, my cheeks hurt. All right.
All right. Well, let's go look at your genius team because you're the smartest in the world and make all the rules. So,
Yadier Molina, catcher, last pick.
I hate that. This is the worst team I've ever seen in my life.
All right, do you remember StreamYard doesn't let us talk over each other? So, here's my starting lineup: Miguel Cabrera, Colton Wong, Justin Turner, Adalberto Mondesi. My corner and middle is Gio Urshela, Starlin Castro. My outfield is Joey Gallo, Aaron Judge, Christian Yelich, Kyle Tucker, Sam Hilliard, and I got Will Myers at utility. My staff, I've got Patrick Corbin, Kluber, Robbie Ray, Tanaka, Rich Hill, and Spencer Howard. And I got 3 closers, Taylor Rogers, who actually I did take one inside the top 100, Taylor Rogers, Raisel Iglesias, and Hector Neris. So, yeah, I mean.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, this team is really good. And this is a hashtag top tier players for sure team. I do like it. But look at all of the injury risk in your hitters. Cabrera hurt last year. Mondesi ended the year hurt last year. Gallo ended hurt. Judge is always hurt. Yelich ended hurt. Tucker sucks. Myers hurt every year. There's a lot of injury risk. I do really like the lineup though.
I agree, but as some people pointed out, like early in the like little chat thing, like, oh, Welsh is going Ricky Bobby, and I mean, I kind of said like I'm gonna go all in any format, whether it's Roto. I mean, I did it a little bit different here. Like I opened myself up with taking Mondesi and Gallo to kind of hurt a little bit. But then I really tried to work backwards and getting guys like Justin Turner. I should have taken Brian Reynolds, now that I think about it more, over Kyle Tucker, just simply for the batting average. But I tried to kind of, go Ricky Bobby in every respect, where I'm crazy power. I've got 2 high-end speed guys. I've got a couple others, guys like Will Myers and Sam Hilliard. So I've got crazy power, okay batting average, and Gallo and Mondesi in a shortened season have the potential to really boost up my batting average. And then my pitching, I went with 3 closers, not a crazy investment. I got a couple decent pitchers. There's injury risk, but this is exactly how I'm going to build a team this year. It'll probably be more volatile in head-to-head or some type of head-to-head format. But yeah, this is how I think I'm going to approach it. And I think
let me ask you this, because your batting average is not great either. You have a couple guys to help you in Yelich and Turner. But
Wong
doesn't have a great average. He's okay. And Judge and Gallo could both be real bad. We know that.
I definitely opened myself up to get really bad.
But let me ask you this. Would you rather have taken Acuna, seeing the way this team is built now, instead of Yelich at 1 overall, or are you still standing by Yelich?
I think I like it because I think Cunha makes my average even a little bit more susceptible.
Okay.
I agree. Like I'm selling you short that average isn't like, your best spot. Average could really turn in the wrong direction for me as well. But like Miggy has turned into a player that there's not heavy counting stats, and he's going to probably be built a little bit more on average. I'm banking on Colton being decent. I'm banking on Mondesi and Gallo being up. Judge can hit for a good average for being a big bopper. So there's a susceptibility that I've opened myself up to, but I'm also hoping that where I might, maybe I have a little bit of a discrepancy in batting average, I'm going to shove it in everybody's face with the stolen bases, the power, the homers, the RBIs, the runs, and it's not going to matter. And
Yelich is your number 1. He's your new number 1? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I did it in my ranks. It's something that I feel about, but it's just in a 60 game. I think he encompasses all of the upside and floor, and I'm not someone to pick on Trout, because I think it is stupid when we do that.
I just remember one of the 2 of us. I'm not going to name any names here, but I remember one of the 2 of us when I took Yelich at 1 in a mock, I don't know, maybe mock 502, whatever that was, going, can you imagine taking Yelich over Acuna and Trout? I'm not going to name which one of the 2 hosts of us said that, but now Yelich is your number 1. It is a different scenario, shortened season and all that stuff.
We're talking of the TikTok-y of the group was the one that took, right?
Yep, I agree.
Ta-ta there, restart.
Ta-ta there, restart.
Oh yeah, but I said like over an entire season, I just still wanted to. There's so much unknown and such craziness. Like Trout on a full season provides the type of floor on 162 games with the batting average and where he is. I'm very comfortable with it. I'm not saying he can't, and I wouldn't argue with anybody that if you want to take Acuna, Trout, Yelich, I think they're all in play. I just think Trout misses the stolen bases a bit. And I think there's a little bit more volatility as far as batting average could go with Acuna on a shortened season. It could go the opposite direction. It could go the Fernando Tatis area. That all the things considered, we've seen what Yelich has put up some of the most insane single months over the last 2 years that I've seen in fantasy. I'll bank on Yelich. I don't feel like I'm losing too much going there. It's almost like a safety play. I'm being a little bit safe when I'm going in opposite directions of like high end, categories, and I'm categorically drafting a whole bunch that I just feel a little bit more comfortable with Yelich. So
yeah, and I agree. I love Yelich. You haven't had this love for Yelich yet, so I appreciate the breakdown.
Yeah, totally. So let's do this. I think if you guys want, the video has had the draft board up. If you guys want to see the results of the entire draft and, pick by pick, you can go to Patreon or inthisleague.com. There will be a free post with the results of this draft that you can go and check out. If you want to watch the video, you'll have had everything that we've done. Plus, I literally have had the draft board up for the last 10 minutes that you could take a look at. Let's just go and look at projections. And if we want to pick a team real quick, we can. Starting with pitching, Dusty put this in. I believe this is Fantasy Pros. He put this in.
I think most of these are updated. We'll be able to tell, I think. So.
I hope so. I hope this is updated. So
well, give me one in pitching, and I want to go over their pitching staff. Let's do it like that. Okay. Give me one in pitching, one in hitting, and overall. We'll go over those three teams.
Number one?
Yeah, I want number one. You read them off, but then once you get to one, we'll stop and go over who that pitching staff is.
So I'm just looking at pitching. I'm not even seeing hitting.
Okay.
On the pitching side, Brend is at the very bottom at 15.
He
So
always does the no starters. So he started out with his first 6 picks were hitters, and then Colome Bradley Doolittle was his start.
So 15 up. Brend, James M, not End, Famous, Chad, Slezak, and Jag. Those were the worst of the pitchers.
Okay.
Going 9 up, Thanos, Jesse Severe is 9. I am 8, so I'm in the middle of the pack. Eric Toft at 7, Sean at 6, Rich at 5, RFP, the American Sniper, at 4. Bogman and Basketball J are tied for second, and
Look at
Dusty is the best pitching team. So you're going to go take a look at Dusty?
Yeah, Dusty. Okay, so he went Bieber in the second after starting with Arenado, Greinke in the 5th, and then he tripled up on closers. Hendricks, Kimbrel, Kennedy right in the middle there. He also took Carrasco in the 10th, and then ended it out with some dart throws on Bundy, Quintana, and Miles Michaelis.
6 of his top 10 picks were pitchers, and he took, 2 pitchers in the top 5 rounds. And then, it was pretty heavy investment. I mean, when I look at this, I don't know, this doesn't look like the best pitching team, but Bieber and Greinke.
It really depends on what Carrasco does if he decides to play, because he did get 2 upper echelon pitchers, in Bieber and Greinke, and then he tripled up on closers. So he has that covered. Carrasco is going to make a big difference because after he took Carrasco in the 10th, he didn't go back to the pitching well until the 18th round with Bundy, Quintana, and Michaelis. Michaelis could pay off, though, as a nice one.
It does seem, it shows like where you have a really good depth. I felt like my 3 closers for me to go to only be 8 shows like their concern of maybe my starting pitchers, which is interesting, but I don't know if Spencer Howard projects at all. But I'm at 8. You were at 2, Bog. So, that pitching staff you talked about was pretty beneficial. Are you ready for hitting?
Yes, let's go.
All right. Hitting. The worst hitting team is Scott Bogman.
What?
Absolute worst, 15. But I'm not going to do very well in the projections now that I'm seeing all this, because as we move forward, Sean C is 14, Basketball J is 13, Dusty's 12, Thanos 11. I am 10. So that is a hurdle for my projections. Rich is at 9, RFP, Famous, Chad, Slezak, Jag, James. And we had a tie for the best projected hitters with Eric Toft and Brend's team.
Wow. So, okay. Well, we know Brend was going to be up there, and because of his overall strategy in the first 6, let me see. Yeah, the first 6 rounds he went hitting. He went Lindor, Tatis, first 2, Starling Marte, Chris Bryant, Max Muncy, Kyle Schwarber as his start. Then he went with the 3 closers. And after that, Conforto, Chris Davis, Malik Smith, Luisa Rise to help him with average, Will Smith as his catcher, Daniel Murphy, Joey Votto down there as well. So Brend doing the split, first in hitting, last in pitching, makes sense.
It's really, I would love to know about these projections if they've done it, because Toft as a number 1 hitter, he's got Bellinger, LeMahieu, Gurriel, Anderson, Hosmer, Odor. His outfield is JD Martinez, Rosario, Upton, Braun, Pollock, and Andrelton Simmons. So these seem a little bit odd here. And I'm just going to throw out to it, Bogman, Eric Toft was the top projected team. So he was number 1 in hitters, and he was number 7 in pitching. So he had Barrios, Kershaw, and Sonny Gray, and he took rounds 3, 4, and 7.
Number 1 projected team, and he didn't really punt closers, but he has all guys that could lose their job in the first week. Joe Jimenez, Kinsler, and Watson.
And that was beneficial, I guess, to his projections. I was down in the overall at 13, and you were 12.
Yeah, I knew I was going to be bottom half after that. The hitting was so bad. Yeah, I don't understand that. I know I didn't get great batting average, but it maybe it's not updated because maybe I'm not getting anything for Cespedes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think like for me, I'm not. It's killing me for Mondesi and Gallo and Judge. So there's a lot of factors into it. So that's how it is. So you guys can go and look. Those are the projections. Dusty always runs those on Fantasy Pros, but like you said, I don't know how updated they are. But hey, good piece of news is that Fantrax has updated their projected. If you care about,
Yep.
I don't know where they get their projected stuff, by the way, but
I think it's from RotoWire.
okay, so their stuff is projected and updated on their draft board, so that is good for everybody to know. And then, as we mentioned before, our boy Ariel Cohen has the ATC projections updated on Fangraphs. If people want to see the 60 game projected update, and maybe we can reach out, maybe we can try to get Ariel back on. Next. Might be kind of a good conversation piece to have. And coming up, and that's it, by the way. That's there you go, mock draft PG version. I guess Ogman says that the text doesn't count. So
that's the laugh until you cry version. So free lunch. Send me that $10. I'll take it.
Five, because remember you had the
okay. Well, whatever. Send me the $5. That and that'll get me half of my lunch. I'll take it.
Delivery fee for Uber Eats.
I don't get delivery. Are you kidding me?
I got my first delivery of anything, by the way, like 2 weeks ago in 4 months. I usually don't, you know me. I'll just go pick up stuff. I just don't care.
Yeah. Well, there's people in your house, so that's like your vacation. Going to pick something up.
I'll order it. They'll be like, "When's it going to be ready?" 45 minutes. I'm going to go. Bye. I'll just go sit. I ordered pizza, and they had the options of like how they can deliver it. So I just did the I don't even know what
at the front door.
Yeah, at the front door. But what was weird was I was outside just thinking they'll drop it off, and I heard the doorbell ring, and I went to the door, and the guy was standing there. And how they had done it is they put the pizzas on like a platform at my door, and he's in a mask standing over there staring at me, and I was just awkward. I'm like,
yeah,
hi.
I had that for a pizza delivery one time. Most of the time, they just leave it at the door. I found Domino's doing that bit that you were talking about, and Pizza Hut does the put it in a trash bag and leave it in front of your door. So, like, if there's ants or something by your door, it won't get on the pizzas.
It's like, here you go.
That's true. It really is.
And it was just
so you guys don't like crust. I see. So
not really. It's
Papa John's worst crust of all the white trashy, Domino's, Pizza Hut, and Papa John's. The Papa John's definitely the worst crust.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I hadn't had pizza in 4 months, and I think I started at Domino's, and then there was some issue that they didn't have something, and I was just like, "F you guys," and I went to Papa John's.
Yeah. That's what I do. The only time I get Papa John's is like I got the gift card from my office. Ooh, great. And when the Diamondbacks play, if they win, it's like 50% off the next day. So that's the only time.
Like that. So, all right, there you go. Mock draft in the books. Thank you, friendos. Again, video version over on our Patreon. New ranks are going to be available there. And if you want to see the free results, just go over to the inthisleague.com and you'll see a free post. And I think these are attached to every single mock we've done. So it's like a sheet where you can see a tab of every single flipping mock that we've done this entire time. So
that's right.
2 more episodes. We'll have probably another similar mock draft to this. We'll take suggestions if you guys want us to. It'll be an uncensored one, but if you've got suggestions on maybe gaslighting, or if we want to do the money jar again, or whatever it is, you let us know. Maybe some more parameters, and we can implement them. We'll have fun. And then sending any questions you have for draft prep to itlballbag@gmail.com. Like I said, it might reach out to Ariel to see if we can get him Monday, if he is available from that Monday episode, and we can talk projections and stuff. But it's going to be all about draft prepping and all of this insanity. And, next week will be even more of a conversation piece because there will probably be video of these guys playing these games now. These summer camp games. We'll probably have lots of information on that. So if you guys want more updates, you can check out the radio show. We record those on Friday, and that'll be available for the weekend over on Sports Grid. Otherwise, come and sign up. Have some fun with us over on the Patreon, inthisleague.com. Brand new month. We deeply appreciate your support, and hopefully we've helped you guys out in some capacity of just getting through all of the chaos without sports and everything that's going on. Hopefully we made you laugh a little bit, and hopefully you haven't put too many dollars in the cuss jar. Did you have a cuss jar as a kid?
No. It was just, you will not cuss. That was it.
I would like that. My wife has a trucker's mouth, and I don't. She was surprised. I'm a little bit more authoritarian in the house, and I really should implement that.
I mean, I definitely have a trucker's mouth, but I try to, I think just because I've been editing so much, I know when to cuss and when not. Apparently, like, I listened to the last football mock, and I was like, am I mad at myself? What am I doing here? So
Wait, the ticker just came back up and it shows Welsh 2, Bogman 4. I think it's official, Bogman.
I don't know. I don't see it, so I don't know what you're talking about. No, it's not.
All right. We're out of here. Hopefully, you guys have a fantastic weekend. Find us on the Twitter at Welsh at Bogman Sports. Oh, you son of a B! You
What I do? What's that? I'm sorry. What was that?
All right. Cookie jar, whatever the hell this
Swear
was.
jar. See ya. Bye.
Later. Have a good one.